Tonight, we step into the shadows of Cold War paranoia, where fear of enemy mind control sparked a secret experiment inside the Central Intelligence Agency. Before MKUltra, before the headlines, there was a lesser-known project that laid the groundwork for everything that followed. This is Project BLUEBIRD. Chapter 1. The fear that started it all. In the early 1950s, the United States intelligence community was gripped by a new kind of fear. Reports from the Korean War claimed that American prisoners had been mentally manipulated by enemy forces. Confessions, compliance, and strange behavioral changes raised alarms in Washington. Intelligence officials believed the Soviets and Chinese had discovered methods to control the human mind. Whether these claims were true mattered less than the panic they created. The Central Intelligence Agency became obsessed with one question: could a human being be programmed, broken, or rewritten against their will? Chapter 2. Birth of Project BLUEBIRD. In 1950, the Central Intelligence Agency quietly launched Project BLUEBIRD. Its mission was blunt and unsettling: to explore techniques that could control behavior, extract information, and prevent enemy brainwashing. The project operated under extreme secrecy, buried inside classified files and independent departments. BLUEBIRD was not theoretical. It was operational. Researchers were instructed to push ethical boundaries in the name of national security, often with little oversight and vague legal justification. Chapter 3. Experiments behind closed doors. Project BLUEBIRD focused on interrogation and compliance. Hypnosis, sensory deprivation, psychological pressure, and drug experimentation were all explored. Subjects were tested to see how memory could be suppressed, altered, or extracted. In some cases, individuals were placed into disoriented states to assess how suggestion and authority could override free will. Consent was often unclear, incomplete, or entirely absent. The results were inconsistent, but the willingness to experiment aggressively had been established. Chapter 4. The Search for a Truth Serum. The primary goal of BLUEBIRD was the creation of a reliable truth serum. Intelligence officials wanted a substance that could lower resistance and force honesty without the subject realizing it. Various drugs were tested, sometimes in combination with hypnosis. The problem was control. Substances produced unpredictable results, including confusion, paranoia, and false memories. Instead of clarity, interrogators often received unreliable information, but the experiments continued regardless. Chapter 5. Hypnosis and Memory Control. Hypnosis fascinated BLUEBIRD researchers. The idea that memories could be blocked, implanted, or triggered on command was especially appealing. Experiments attempted to determine whether a hypnotized subject could perform actions against their moral code or forget entire events. While full control proved elusive, partial success encouraged further exploration. The line between science and speculation blurred as researchers chased results that aligned with their expectations. Chapter 6. Failures that did not stop the project. Despite limited success, Project BLUEBIRD was not shut down. Instead, it was restructured. Intelligence leadership concluded that the problem was not the goal, but the tools. More funding, broader authority, and fewer restrictions were proposed. BLUEBIRD quietly evolved, absorbing lessons learned from its failures. What could not be achieved yet was simply deferred, not abandoned. Chapter 7. Transition into Project ARTICHOKE. By 1951, Project BLUEBIRD was officially renamed Project ARTICHOKE. The objectives expanded and the experimentation intensified. New techniques were added, and earlier failures were reframed as stepping stones. Artichoke would later serve as the direct precursor to MKULTRA. The DNA of mind control experimentation was now fully embedded within the agency. Chapter 8. Legacy of a Hidden Program. Project Bluebird rarely appears in history books, yet its impact is undeniable. It normalized human experimentation within intelligence operations and set the stage for far more extreme programs. Bluebird represents the moment when fear justified the unthinkable. It was not the most infamous project, but it was the spark that lit the fuse. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown informative, consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts in the comments. New episodes explore the hidden chapters of history that were never meant to be uncovered. Until next time, stay curious.